Gotta make sure the socks are in position. Okay. Hello. Ah, that's fantastic, isn't it? It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you have a nice, safe one. I know there's all sorts of explosives usually going off and bonfires. Well, not really in Ireland as much, but I still hope you have an enjoyable one. Here I am in the Halloween costume I've been ranting about on Discord for quite some time. Anywho, we've reached a pretty interesting milestone, 14k subscribers, and I'm delighted. Over the moon with it all, honestly. It may have taken 5 years, but it's not like I'm crazy popular or uploading mainstream stuff. Just my own little niche world of stuff that I've been designing over and over. Well, video designing over the course of that time. It's been quite a journey, so I thought I'd make a little special 14k subscriber video. The plan for this is just going to be me on a jogger world, getting a bit of exercise whilst talking about the experiences over it all. And I think at the end, or maybe in the middle, or right after this, I'll tease the upcoming video, because I'm a little busy this weekend, as you can imagine. But not busy enough to crank this out. So I'll get to the world I was thinking of, and then we can go from there. The old golden fingers. So fun. Now then, this is a jogging world. There's no analog stick movement for casual movement. In this world, the only way you get to move is by swinging your arms back and forth. So, what I want to do here, first of all, the hat. Now then, welcome to the jogging world. My intention is just to jog around this and talk randomly and casually about the stuff I've experienced over the course of 5 years. But let's get this hat back on. There we go. Now then, we need to get ourselves a good third-person position. Now then, being that this is the jogging world, gotta fasten our straps on our wrists and on our head. There we go. The goal of this world is to swing your arms back and forth. And then that's how you move. We're going to start off gracefully and slow, but we're going to try and speed up to really get some fitness going. And just one final check. Yeah, and that's looking nice and cool. So yeah, let's start with the fun history stuff. September 2016 was when I, first of all, created my channel. The very first ever video I uploaded involved Ginger, an Imperial redhead in the Imperial Army, obviously. She wakes up and she eats a Khajiit that's willing. It was an experiment. First time ever experimenting with a video like that. I hopped on the next day and had well over 300 views. I was over the moon because I was just never expected to get that many views. And the main reason I did it was there was plenty of other YouTubers at the time uploading the stuff. That's pretty much my main way of doing it anyway. And I'll get into that later, but yeah, that was the first ever video I uploaded. And it exploded in popularity. So I kept at it. And I kept uploading videos and videos. And we're still here 5 years later with 14k subscribers. And I know there's bigger and better channels that exploded on the scene and grew even faster, but I'm happy in my little circle, my little orb. It wasn't exactly 2016 September when I discovered the mod. I was basically just derping around a certain website with the 621, cough cough, and I came across a video game, or a flash game. I think it was called Al Snaps, or Snapchats, something like that. And yeah, that's the thing that introduced me to the keyword vor. The little brain was just like, damn, that person just got swallowed whole by that other creature. That's kind of funky. So I was having a dig through it, and people in the comments were like, this is the best V game ever, vor game ever. And I then discovered the term vor. And I know lots of cartoons and all have it, lots of movies too. And that's definitely, I feel like, what gives people this interest. And then at one point, there's an enemy you can fight called Lizzie, the raptoress. And I was like, damn, she do be looking like an Argonian from Skyrim. Boy oh boy, I wonder if I Google Skyrim vor, what'll come up. And then what did come up? You guessed it, Skyrim development. This was around 2015 August, if my potato brain remembers the date and the month. But yeah, got that bad girl. Slapped it into my Skyrim install, and consequences were never the same again. I had a whole xenomorph thing going on at the time, so I played a feral Argonian. I still have her picture to this day. And that was around 2015. Well before the channel, but at that time I found the mod so interesting, I was just losing myself in it a little bit. So then I got into the creation kit and started messing with dialogue. My style of modding, reverse engineer, just finds working examples, figures out how they work. And that's how I did that then. I just started copy pasting working dialogue and making my own. Where's that next red diamond? Oh, there you are, you little rascal, trying to hide from me. And then after making the dialogue, that's when I noticed other channels on YouTube. So I did the experiment thing. I uploaded my first video, and that's when there was the first touch of dialogue there. The silly stuff. Hopefully I went quick enough on that. I'm gonna get myself a drink. Got myself an office cooler novelty sized water thingy here. So that's how I pretty much got my start. Made the dialogue stuff. Granted, one of the reasons I did all this stuff was around about 2013 or 14, I think it was. Nora, myself. Hi, my name is Nora, by the way. Nora was trying to get herself a job. First time job. And it wasn't going well at all. unfortunately, CVs to me is like trying to sell yourself as a piece of meat, and it really wasn't all that entertaining when you'd send all these flyers out, all these requests, and you don't even get a single reply back or a suggestion as to how to make things better. I felt like I was trapped in that loop of need experience to get job, need job for experience. So then those days I got a little depressed. Just, yeah. Funny how plenty of people go that way, isn't it? I could make a joke or society joke, but I don't want to. I got a touch of depression, got it diagnosed by my doctor, and I started attending a day hospital with other like-minded individuals who had certain problems as well in the head too. Where's the next? There you are. Yeah, so I hung out with those people for a while, and then there was a goth girl in one of the art classes. She knew I was the sort of computer nerd, so she asked if I knew how to play a video side by side. At the time, I didn't, and I feel like this was an important milestone in my development because I ended up getting software, Sony Vegas, that would let me edit videos, and I learned through experimentation how to do the videos side by side, and I wish I could have showed her at that time, but I didn't see her much anymore because at that time I'd done a bunch of courses, computer stuff, HTML, C++, JavaScript, and did a couple of years of computer courses. This was around 2014 at this point. So I was out of that day hospital by then because I was feeling a lot better about myself. 2014 was the time, of course, when I discovered the mod and started making things with it. And then I thought, hey, what if we uploaded the video? And that was then looping back. Yeah, that's how we got our start. People really started to enjoy it, and I started to enjoy making it. And then we kept going at it. And it is honestly fun. I guarantee, well, I feel as though it is the thing that cured my depression, because it keeps my mind busy. It gives it a task. I have to set the stage, get the characters, get the story, type out ideas, get them ready for it, figure out how I'm going to do it. Then once the stage is set, that's usually the longest part of it all. I then have to do the recording, which can take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. Come here, you. And the recording part is usually the fun part, because that's when I can do all these little extra fiddly bits that I can edit together later on. Like say I head into a room, I screw up that scene, I can head out of it and head back into and act like nothing happened. And I can keep that part up. Oh, come on, you. I'm just trying to run. God. Did I ever mention I have asthma? Not the kind that gives me an attack, but the kind that really limits my stamina. Grab a drink. Mm-hmm. So yeah, set the stage, get the recording done. The editing is fun part because it's almost like a chess game. I gotta figure out how to make it all look good and hide things like the console command access. Because some people have said that about my videos and it's such an honor to hear. The way I make them is quite high quality. Because I never really wanted to upload just random roaming videos. I wanted to have a reason for it. And sometimes I do go out of my way to create a silly intro. And Most of the time, it doesn't do the greatest, but I honestly don't mind. I think it's more of a challenge, like a mental challenge as to how I'm going to set this stage, how I'm going to do it all. The ideal example being that Fallout 4 crossover, where the Spriggan and the Assaultron both open up portals at the same time and communicate with each other. It was a doozy, but it involved a lot of green screening and just perspectives. Wow, his hand is starting to hurt me. I often wonder if I have carpal tunnel, mostly for the fact the job I work is IT. And I'll get onto that now because I like to look at this area. I got the job 2015. Yeah, because I'm working there 5 years now, just since the start of this October. And it certainly has been quite a trip because when I first joined, I was nervous. I didn't exactly have experience working in a place like this. And bless the man who did the interview with me. The guy's name was Graham, and he kind of looked like, if you look up that one game, you know, the little devil kid. What's his name? Lucius. The final boss in Lucius 2 is this like redhead dude. Hello, Buddha. Buddha. If I could rub your belly, I would. Crops. Doing a little donation to the shrine. That's cool. But the guy looks like the final boss from Lucius 2. You like fight him with a shotgun and salt or something like that. But the guy, like, told plenty of jokes during the interview. He could probably see I was nervous as hell. And he was really good. Helped me get my foot in the door. And the job originally started with like 10 of us. Only 2 went off to the IT teams. I was one of them. And the rest of them went on to other teams, mainly sales, which I'm terrible at. Let's speed things up a little bit. And yeah, me and the other person worked the tech support teams for I think it was 3 years before that team really started dropping in numbers. It mainly revolved around getting credit card machines to work with computers in the American region. So I'm sitting here in Ireland, normally working a shift of 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Friday. And I'd remote into American computers. They'd call us, we'd help them out, get it all working, say our goodbyes. And it was good. Gave me lots of experience. Gave me lots of confidence. The confidence to do the kind of voice thing I'm doing right now and not feel so anxious about it. And then the current 2 years, I'm doing a different thing altogether, which is networking. People call in after doing a willing scan on their network. It detects problems. Basically has a look around the outside, see if there's any easy ways inside that a hacker could use, and we give them advice on what to do to prevent that from happening. That's what I've been doing the last 2 years, and it's more the... So that means I can work more normal hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's been great, honestly. Every now and then you get your rude person, but, you know, you just get them. Sometimes they're having a bad day. Sometimes they're just generally not a nice person. You get them. You know yourself, people on the internet. And that's mainly the job I've been doing there. But on the sly, and it always gave me the big giggles, was the fact that I was making these kind of videos on the side and on the weekend. Honestly. There was times I was feeling down in my day, down in the dumps. Oops. I'd pull out my phone and check how well the latest video is doing, and I was getting like 1,000 views a day, and I was like over the moon. Like, I cannot tell you. It was just like liquid joy injected into me to give me a smile and make me giggle. Sometimes I almost felt like that Yandere girl, the way she'd do those laughs, but obviously I couldn't go laughing like that. Oh, what's going on with the camera there? Okay, cool. The camera looked like it was having a little bit of a bug problem there, but it's just the visual. glad it didn't come up on the recording. Can I drink this? Nah, my hand just phases right through it. It's a nice big foamy beer. So instead, I'm just going to grab my big bottle of water here and take a big slurp. I enjoy how I never really have to say in the videos, like or subscribe. People just do them automatically, because people are cool like that. Now, where are we now? We've been to a mountainside, a beach, oriental Great Wall of China map. Now where are we? Kind of looks like a western town. Maybe African plains. So, yeah, with this part of the map, I'd like to talk about the Mavor mod itself. So, you already know, I found it around about 2015. I think it was the month of August. I may have played it for a little bit before commenting to give myself that timestamp, but yeah. The version at that time was 0.65C, which had a bit of an unintended feature that allow you to eat certain types of prey or be preyed by certain types of prey, which, how do I say this? Children. There. That to me just disgusts me because of the nature of what Vor is and involving children in it. So I'll try to drop it there, but I got rid of 0.65C and I'm now using 0.65D, which fixed this oversight. I believe the dev at the time, Vegan, said it was completely accidental and completely unintentional. And I'd actually believe the guy because he's quite colourful, but he only ever preferred female preds. It's quite a fun thing, and I don't mind saying it out, but he mentioned something like the thought of male vor made him physically sick. So he put quite a lot of stops in place to make sure that only females could be preds, which is one of the reasons my understanding is, it's my understanding that it's the reason the old development is quite slow when it comes to nomming someone, is that it runs through, I think, 3 or more checks. Either way, it takes quite some time because it's frantically checking the code to make sure it's not a dude doing it. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit biased myself. Because I stuck with that mod for so long, I do tend to prefer female preds, despite being one myself. Some people have questioned what I'm into, gender-wise, and yeah. As long as people are having fun, I think that's the important part. And other things, legal things, if you get my drift. I don't like hammering on about that because it feels like a real downer of a thing, but yeah. And then I did come across the Varmint Refactor. The thing I love so much about that, of course, is just how fast the Swallow works. And not to mention it has such amazing features like anyone, male, female, undead, ghost. Anyone can pretty much be the pred. And I moved on to that, and the dev is just so cool. Everyone involved in it is actually really cool. And that's what I really like about it. And he's also fanatically against that thing blocking certain types of preds. We've reached the end already, and I feel as though we've literally just started. But I think I've covered all the important points. My channel. Ah, yes, of course. What do I intend to keep doing now? There we go. So yeah, what do we intend to do now that we've reached such a milestone? Let's actually just get a nice good view of the mountainside. We'll just pop our way over here. nice and easy. And then, what do we intend to keep doing now that we've reached this milestone? Pretty much keep it going, honestly. As long as I get free time on the weekends, I'm happy to crank out a video each time, and the Patreon's doing far better than expected, honestly. And like, I won't be cut up if anyone leaves. Like, the way I've made that is, it's completely voluntary. I don't want to paywall any of my stuff because I feel like that's just rude, despite the fact I know artists do depend on it, and I'd never knock them. That's their business, not mine. And I think it's cool. I just want to have mine where you can come and go whenever you want. You don't have to, but it's much appreciated because it keeps my videos safe and backed up. I think that has honestly covered about everything. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for being a subscriber, a supporter, everything like that. It's been an amazing 5 years. And I guess if I can impart on one bit of information is that things do get better. So that's what I'll end the video on, is that no bad feelings are forever. In time, things do generally get better. If you're struggling with job, maybe you might learn a couple of things that'll make it easier. Same with school assignments. I used to be crazy nervous about my job, and I was always nervous about being fired, but here I am 5 years later, still with it, and I know quite a good bit of information from it too. So what I'm basically trying to say is, if this little idiotic Irish potato can do it, so can you. Just have to stick with it and keep the head down, and before you know it, things will make sense. Things won't be as stressful or worrisome anymore. I think I remember there was a monkey in BoJack Horseman said it something like this. It gets easier. The hard part is doing it every day, but it does get easier. But yeah, that's what I'll finish on. Uh, you learn shortcuts, you get used to things, you adapt, and things will get better if you're in a bad way. Thanks for being a watcher, subscriber, viewer, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now, and have a happy Halloween.